Hi, I am Silvio and this is part 10 of my 2025 Christmas Village full tutorial series. Just one, a single one, but a big problem has been struggling me for the past 2, 3, 4, 5 days. What can I add there in the middle of the ring, surrounded by those giant pillars? Because I hate wasting space, and here in the middle there is a big amount of space still free, waiting for something. Up until now, I don't think I have the right solution, even if you will see something in the next minutes, but let me stay focused on now, this moment, because with all the leap back, forward in the future, back in the past, right now in the moment, I'm losing my mind. There is nothing to lose. I already lost it many years ago. But there's really a problem. I don't care about the other ring because I don't have enough space for anything, okay? But here, yes. So, unluckily for you and also for me, I don't know how much work will you see during this part 10, except my effort to try to get a solution for the X spot. X spot, X spot, Y spot, W, Z spot. Let's call it like that. Multiple name, the namespace there. And so I will be focused on my research, the little one I still have, to get a final solution for that. Then I will need to obviously start priming something I already started. From part 9 you have seen, you will see some more buildings painted, except not painted, primed, and allow me to do at least this, the middle. Then if I have time before going online, before uploading this video, I will add something more. But believe me, it is important to find a solution there, the correct solution, the right solution. So let me get to work, or let me show you something. Oh, well, it is a very strange way to start this new part 10, especially because you have just seen me doing the intro, I think, and yes, I was also dressed in another way. I had another t-shirt, but this, in fact, is something I filmed, I shooted some days before the intro you have just seen, 3-4 days. And right now it is very late at night. Oh, so, no, it is already dawning, so it is very early in a certain morning of the past days. Of today it is early morning, but in reference to the intro you have just seen, it is an early morning of a few days back. Anyway, I am a little tired. What was struggling me, it is that the fact that I need something in here, guys, in the middle there, because the road goes there, etc. I urgently need something for the middle there. This is huge. This is gigantic. So I need something to get there that will allow me to populate what it is there, because I don't like empty spaces. Yes, I could fill there with some vegetation, with some trees, etc., lake, etc. But no, I don't like it. I need something in the middle, focus, that will be the focus, and something around it. Some suggestions come out in the comments that I needed to remember that I have a ferry wheel, okay? The one I restored a couple seasons ago, and it is working. It has music, it has movement, it has sounds, music, yes, sounds and music, lights, etc. And it is huge. I think it is the hugest building I have that was not made by myself. And no, it is not Lemax, it is not Department 56, it is something strange. You know the history of this if you watched my video about the restoration of this ferry wheel, and but it is in scale with Lemax or Department 56 buildings, guys, and it is moving. So I will try to place this, following your suggestions, in the middle and see from there what will happen. Okay, let's go right now. So let me get these. Let me get these. Absolutely not. I think that the only way I have to experiment with this is from this opening here in the back, guys, because it is so huge, the ferry wheels, the ferry's wheel, that will not get there. So let me allow me to get there, and luckily for me it is still possible to slide everything, because I haven't placed everything, even if I have a ton a ton of 3D printed things. I think I am around 20 to 30 kilograms. Sorry for my glasses, guys. And I have around that, 20 to 30 kilograms. Yes, it goes there. Okay, it goes there. Let me slide away the AC adapter for the railway. Let me see. I need it to be in front of the opening, because this will be the opening, guys, that will allow people to get from the main street to the lateral street, let's say to the second street, towards the middle there. I'm still far from that. And let me get once again this back. Voila. Slide it back in there. I don't know, guys. Hope you are seeing everything. Let me get these away from the camera. I don't know. Let me add something more. I will add a couple of stands there. One is one of the oldest I have. This one is one of the oldest I have. And that it is the Jingle Bell stand, guys. Okay, it is the Jingle Bell stands. One of my previous choices to add. If I wanted to add something, it is not from a well-known brand. But it is old, guys. It has at least 20-25 years. Let me add something in there. Maybe sliding this a little more, turning it, and adding some jingle bells there. Then I will test another one. I will test this one. It is the pretzels. Also pretzels. Also from Old Ages, guys. Also from Old Ages, but you know it. I always add it to my Christmas village. Okay, let me have it. And by the way, I'm still looking. I will not switch on anything. I'm just trying to see if something will work there. Something will work there. Pretzels. Okay. Maybe I will take another camera to let you see close. Yes, it is huge, it is big, it is there. It can work, guys. It can work, but there is always a but for me. I think it is a little too caged. Okay, yes, I know. I knew that this huge structure may have compromised some of the ideas I had in mind to get everything together. Here, no, because the supports will be in the back. But here, the supports are around what I want to let you see. And for me, maybe what it is important is not to give 100% importance to the supports. Yes, they are important because they allow me to let the train goes around. And by the way, you are seeing that I missed the tender, the low side gondola, the high side gondola, and the freight car, because I have started priming a lot of things, and those cars will need to rest for some days before starting painting them, and they will change color. They will get this same color here, gray and not white and not colored. But let's get back here, guys. Sorry, I'm not convinced, guys. It was a very good suggestion. Maybe it is good for the little additions there, for the stands, for the pretzels, for the jingle bell stand there. Adding a stand near each of the pillars, the base of the pillars, will get everything more ready. And if I place it there, it is better, guys. Okay, it is better in front here, etc. Guys, I'm not convinced. And here start the problem, guys, because it is the hugest thing I have. Yes, you can suggest add more and more styrofoam under the Ferris wheel to elevate it, and then add a big giant stair to get access to the ferry wheels, and having the ferry wheels here on the top here. Yes, with a panoramic view of the train rolling around, good, yes. But to get a stair getting at this level, I would need at least 30 to 40, no, let's say a meter or around that, so 3 feet, at least 3 feet. And I don't have 3 feet to get a stair arriving at that age. Not even if I'm doing stairs that goes this way, okay, zigzag stairs. What will I do? I need to change plan. This already was plan B suggested by you guys, and thank you for that. I need a plan C, a plan D, something urgently before I shoot some more videos. But let me get another point of view of of this, a closer point of view to you with another camera, not that one that I'm filming, because it is not very stable. It is good for steady shooting. It is not good for movement. It hasn't a very good stabilization sensor. Even if it is a very known Japan brand. Let me take a look. Then in the next days I will get you with an update. But right now, guys, that ferry wheels will not be sacrificed, encaged, imprisoned in that place there. To be able to have something in there, I need something tall, very, very tall. It is the only way to say, yes, you are surrounding me, but I am the boss. I am in charge of everything. So maybe there is something needed to be taller. Luckily for me, yes. I'm trying to make some thinking right now, so some think tank. Not maybe, surely it needs to be taller. But how can I produce something that is taller than that ferry wheel? A structure that it is in scale with everything, because the Ferris wheel, it is in scale with everything else. But enough. Let me take another point of view for you, then I will decide in the next hours. In the next 8 hours, while I'm working, while I am at work, sorry, not while I'm working. When I will be at work in the next hour and a half, I think, judging from the light outside and the time, yes, less, 1 hour and 20 minutes, I will start working my work day and also thinking about what will be there or what I need to place there. I don't know. A different point of view, guys. So guys, here it is, the other point of view, and let me get around the Ferris wheel, and from each point of view, the Ferris wheel seems to be caged, imprisoned, guys, okay, from every and single one point of view, even if I am trying to get everything. So it is like telling you, okay, I'm here, but I'm not important. I've been placed here because I don't mean anything, okay? And it is not fair for a Ferris wheel like that, and the movement, everything will be imprisoned by the pillars there. And this one was there, or maybe was there before, even changing and placing everything else. But instead, if I place those in front of the pillars, and maybe in front of, sorry, working with a single hand, in front of the pillars like that, etc., it helps. Yes, the little things helps because they are there for helping the point of view. But the Ferris wheel, I don't think so, guys. Even from a top view, I don't know, it isn't good to have it there. Even enlarging the point of view, guys, I don't think it is not good. Okay, I already told you, but I wanted to let you see from around and not from a fixed point of view. Yes, I could add something there, okay, but it is not like like resolving the problem, guys. And do I will use the ferry wheels in another place right now? I don't know, but it is for sure I cannot use the Ferris wheel and there, guys. I needed to go to work, and I will have an update with you in the next two hours now, in the next day or days, okay? See you. So guys, between 2.5 and 3 days after what you have just seen, maybe I found the correct solution. It has been some long hours of 3D modeling, speed 3D modeling, but you will see something strange, yes, something different, yes, but believe me, it's not a question of having modeled so many pieces. It's just, in reality, it's just 4 pieces. And as this will be a particular form, I will explain everything. So the Ferris wheel, sorry, it's not possible right there in the middle. 2 things are for certain. What I will be placing in the middle there should be taller, not exaggerately taller, but taller than the railroad, than the supports, than everything, than the train also. And most important also, and I come to that while modeling, while 3D modeling, it is important that it is round, circular, as this is round, circular. The supports are round, circular. Why? Because the meaning of that, it is, yes, you were there before me, and this is a suggestion. I'm talking like the supports. Yes, you were there before us, before me, but I will respect you and I will go around you. Okay? I will not destroy you. I added to this the following thing. Each city, each village, each country has its proper history. So right now, you aren't seeing anything historic right now in my village. And you know, for the past seasons, that I had some historical props, some historical buildings each time. It is now time to add an historical building. So, the round circular supports come after what I will be placing there. It is the only way to proceed for me, respecting what it has been there, because otherwise you know that railroads tends to go straight ahead. I don't care what it is, a house, I will buy that, I will expropriate you, etc. And I will do that, especially in Victorian time it was that, oh, there is a strange house there with some farmland. Forget it, let's buy it, let's destroy it, or let's expropriate that, and let's advance in a straight line. That was the reasoning of railroads back there. Nowadays, a little more, even if the owner of the properties are a little more protected nowadays, but it was like that. So, enough talking. So, historic, tall, and circular. I will start, maybe I will get my hands very messy, because I finished printing everything, 3D printing everything yesterday night before getting to add some little hours of sleep. I primed them, so I don't know if they are perfectly dried out after priming them. I will start with a giant piece right now, and the first piece is this one, guys. It is a strange form, it is not completely circular. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Octagon. It is somehow the closest thing geometrically possible to get near a circle. I didn't want something circular because it is too fragile. If you add angles, corner, it's like adding some triangles. It goes and keep everything more straight, more steady, okay? So this is the base, obviously, with some stairs. Okay, already, sorry, I hope I haven't messed up with my face. I will check later. And under it, it's not perfectly dried out. I will start by adding this piece here, guys. Obviously, the stairs will be facing this way, like that. It is nothing like that. But let me add a second piece, guys. I modeled the 6 pieces, don't worry. I will add this piece here, that is a little narrower, but always an octagon, okay? It has, I simply modeled this side here, guys. It's like that I function. I modeled simply this part here. Then I replicated it around 8 times. In reality it is 7 times, but 8 times, and joining them together. So it's not like having 3D modeled everything. I just modeled these single from this point here to this point here, guys. So simply that one. Then I modeled an octagon and then placed each time around the octagon the same and single one of those pieces there. And for the last one, I simply placed the last one, and instead I opened a giant Gothic arc there. Gothic. So if this is Victorian 860, this is Gothic 1600. 1800 and 1850, 1860, up there in and forward, this is Gothic 1600. Okay, so minimum 200 years before that. But it survived. These I cannot deny that this will be a tower, okay, a Gothic tower, a gigantic tower. It is like that you model. Then this is a simple fences and a simple design. But anyway, I haven't modeled everything. I'm not that crazy. It would have taken me days and days and days to try to find this, having each and single one of the sides different one from the other. But instead, having this like that, it's simply a matter of one, and then having a Gothic arc that it is modeled in 4, 5, 6 minutes, not more. Okay, so this is the secret. If you are wondering, how have you achieved so many buildings? If you watch them closely, they are, not for the industrial, because it is a different, but here I have some differences between a very few buildings. So I modeled 3, 4, maybe 5 main buildings, then added some differences, then added some modifications. Let's hope I will get inside. Yes, I can get inside and place that like that. And by the way, guys, it is open lock. So it is with the clips, with the same system I used for the support railroad. Then, guys, what can I add there? What can I add there? Different pieces. Right now, let me take my glasses because I don't know where I need to go. Let me add this other piece, guys. It is similar, guys. So only this one modeled, then joined together. So very quickly done, even this one. This is a complete octagon. From that point on, I will go with the same diameter, okay, up against. So the second piece was a little, I add a little shorter diameter. This one is even shorter, and from this point on, I will go with the same pieces, because from this point on, I will go with simply 2 pieces. This one guy and this one. I will come to that. But once again, just one single model, a 3D model, then replicated, duplicated it. I will go in the middle, right like that. I am not using any clip, so right now. And guess what, guys? This one took me an hour to model because it is a little complex. It has some arcs, some column in the middle and some arcs. But once again, I simply modeled one. Don't complicate yourself and the life if you are 3D modeling. The simple way to achieve a result with the minimum effort possible. So this arc here, so an arc like a church, like a tower, etc. I took these from French cathedrals, okay, from French cathedrals. I haven't invented anything. Those are designs used in the past centuries. I simply did some observation. I simply did some reverse engineering. Okay, I like that. Can I replicate, duplicate it in my design? Yes, it is there. Okay, so simply this corner here and then multiplied by 8 once again. I will add these on top. They are not clipped together. And from this point on, I will use the same. So with the 3 FDM printers, I went very quickly through 3D printing. So this took 3 hours to 3D print at maximum speed. I don't need to have the perfect printing. This one took less because I have some emptiness, and nothing is modeled to need supports. So everything is supportless. I try to make arcs and angles below 60 degrees, so anything needed support. If you add too much supports, what will happen? You multiply by 2-3 times the hours of 3D printing. But instead, let me check the camera, but instead with no supports, it goes smoothly like that. So I added that one. I will add this one, that it now I will not perfectly go like that. Let me check. Maybe I have made a mistake, but I started with the wrong one. Yes, I started with the wrong one. Let me go differently. Let me go first with this one. Then the second one. Then once again the arched one. Then the closed one. I don't have added the clip. Right now you are starting to get the view. It is starting to get there. Rounded, not almost, but even this is not a perfectly circle. It has some corners. So like that it can work, but it is not enough tool. So let me add 2 more. So right now I have modeled 1, 2, 4 pieces and quickly 3D modeled, okay? It's not like modeling a house, etc. The airborne house took me such a big amount of time. So let me go with this one here once again. I haven't used the clips, so it is a little not completely stable right now, and we are coming to that end of the way. Why I haven't used my glasses, I don't know. Without the clips, I need the clips to stabilize this. Then it's at level now. Not enough, but I was there. So the last 2 pieces are, guys, once again, not crazy. I modeled a simple one and then duplicated. So this is a little more tricky. I modeled the 2 pieces because I have a plain wall and an arc with a mini balcony. A plain wall and an arc with a mini balcony. But I thought at that age, why not adding something panoramic to get people having some panoramic view? And by the way, guys, I'm still missing the floors, not at the time to model them and to 3D print them. I will come to that in the next days or week if this will convince me at 100%. Right now I'm at 89%. So these once again 2 pieces, and it is not that difficult to model. Sorry if I continue to say that, guys, it's not difficult. Maybe you do for you, yes. It's only a matter of experience. I started the 3D modeling in 2001, guys. 2001. I will maybe tell you the story why I started 3D modeling in 2001. Okay, yes, it isn't stable, but I also have the clips. I don't have time right now. The last two pieces, guys, a balcony to get a look at the train, and the train passengers can get a look to the people at the balcony, guys. Then a little finishing. I just redimensioned what I have in here, guys, at this level here, getting another octagon a little different because with a passerella there, with a way to getting around, and this will be positioned like that. Yes, but that is an ancient tower. Final piece, guys, promise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't consider this a piece because it is a redimensioning of what I already added here on top of the second piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth piece is the one with the little balcony. I'm still missing what was main focus of cathedrals of 1600 century cathedral, a pointy roof. Okay, so let me add on top of it, if I can reach that, the pointy roof, guys. The pointy roof, guys. So I add there with 6 quick 3D modeled pieces. I think I have solved the problem, guys. Let me take some stands there, the same I've shown you some days ago. Sorry for being out of the camera, but maybe it is better for you. So now the little pieces can be added without suspicions there, even around. I try to model this, having them, the space to get them like that. Right now I will add just those two once, but I can go differently and they stand there, etc. But guys, it's no more caged. I'm up everything. You are just there to respect me and to protect me. And in this case, it has its importance, okay? It's like when you do some theater, okay? You know that I also do some sports theater. They are characters they have on stage that needs to be up and someone low. So the boss and the bossed one, like that. That is now the boss. Those ones are the bossed ones, okay? And that is more effective to have there. Something taller, something more important, and then the rest. I don't think this is too bad, too exaggerate. I didn't go towards the future. I went towards the past, okay? And protecting the past is important to remember where we came from and where we want to go. But I'm not here to do some politics. Bad period to do politics right now. That is what I need I think, guys, I needed to wash my hands, but because that primer, that polyurethane primer, tends to stick to the hands. But it has a good smell, guys. Sorry for that. Maybe not. I will not show you, right, like before, a closer view, because you will see that during the final recap. But guys, around I can place some other things, even in front, and it has a different aspect right now, guys, okay? Because the elements repeat themselves, getting taller and taller, and repeating the elements doesn't distract. It will not be movement, it will not be lighted on, but you only need to have a different point of view where you don't have any more supports or the train. It's like the train homaging the tower for me. I'm exaggerating right now, guys, but I had to get there an end. And I don't know, maybe it was by pure chance that I came up with the idea of a tower, and not a round, a circular tower, but an octagon tower, because this was important. I don't have a perfect circle with those angles they are made. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it is almost like octagon against octagon. That is the structure. I still miss the pavements, the floors, etc. Oh, sorry. Then I will also add the other house there to let you see what it will be. I need to make some space there. That is my solution. I don't know. I will wait for your comments for that. But taller was the only solution. Let's continue, if I can, with some more things. Now, guys, you know that I have the railroad, the supports, etc. You also know that I will have the train station over the railroad at the maximum 8 possible. Right now I'm working in this section here, in this area here. Keep in mind that these represent the straight section of the railroad. I'm working here, here I have some space, here I have the main street. In order to get access to what will be the future train station, I need a way, or I needed a way to get to the other side of the railroad without having to climb up to the top and then use a bridge over the tracks, over the railroad. So at some point at mid-level, at a third of the level, at the third of the 8, I will add, for now, I think 3 bridges going from this side to the other side, going through the pillars over the horizontal supports. It will be clear once I will show you. But I don't have such bridges, simply because they need to be very long, and they needed to have a certain age, and Landmarks or Department 56 have them on catalog. So guess what? I had to model. I needed to be online in the next few hours, so I needed to speed up this, but the two pieces of the bridge just came out from the 3D printer because it is a last minute job work I did. This one is already clean, and I still have to clean this one, but it will be very quickly done. I will simply remove the supports for what needed to be supported. Okay guys, this is a very sturdy structure, so I don't risk to break anything right now. The outside, okay, like this. I still have a small piece there in the center and here. Oops. Like that, and this one is a little more difficult to remove, but they will not resist me. Okay, so I had to 3D print them in two pieces. Right now I just have one of those bridges. I will need to 3D print two more, but it will be impossible for the next few hours. This takes at least 4 hours to 3D print a single piece. With 3D printers it will take me at least 1 day more, and I will not have. So those two pieces will get together. I have a small support here to remove. There they will be like that, guys, and this will auto support for himself once connected. And it is a long bridge, guys. Let me use this. It is almost 40 centimeters of a bridge, and the arc inside is 6.2, 6.3 centimeters. So this arc here that you see here, from this point here to the top here, it is 6.3, because I need to go over the supports. Okay, I will do a test with this bridge, and let me join it together before getting anything else wrong. And I need a way to have at least one end free, because right now I don't have. I need to get the resin and the UV lamp. So let's try not to make a mess. Let's proceed with a minimum of using the brain. Let me try this way. Yes, better this way. So I will switch on the UV lamp, and then I will start with a small amount here, there, and in the middle where I have the groove there. And as always, don't worry about the different color or the shininess, because once primed, the shininess will completely disappear, and etc. Let's start. Very quickly done, you know, like that. Okay, it will be more than enough. Like that. Stop with the UV lamp. This is stable. yes, it will not open. So I modeled this access for some cart, for some small carriages up until here, and also some steps to climb up. So this is a multifunctional. It can get over the bridge and get to the other side of the railroad, under the railroad, people climbing the steps or people walking along the ramp. And as always, for me the ramp is on the right, so if this is getting up, then this becomes the left and the right from the other side. You just need to change and get down here, etc. It will allow also movement for people, even if my figurines will never move. From the side I have some stone and some design here and there, and then some metallic supports here with some rivets here and there, and then not a too tall balustrade here, but it will function as it needs to function. So an extremely long bridge. Let's use this measurement. So a little 39.5 centimeters, a little less than 40 centimeters, and under the arc 6.3, over the arc 9.7 centimeters. This is the only one I will have for the final recap and for the outro, guys, but I will need 2 more of them to complete what I have in mind, and I will explain. Stone steps, so a mix of a bridge of stone, wood, in between old ages and new ages, okay? And my version of a long, medium towards tall bridge, okay? Let me clean these and I will show you 2 more things, okay? Even small buildings are important to try to achieve the final result of getting all the buildings I need for the main street. You need to keep in mind that I've modified a little during the past days the shape of the main street, and you will understand why I will need more buildings. This one is a variation of the other buildings you have seen up until last part 9. The other buildings were with the front door on this side, on the shortest side. This one is very narrow because even small buildings were built at that time, and it is medium tall, a strange roof like that, but with houses that could be built against other houses, and or against some rock or against some existing taller wall. These could also be used. So as always, these will be in junction with other buildings, so I only made 2 windows at the ground floor with the space to add some decals here to have the writing of what will be, of what the shop will be. As continuity, this is a house with a building with a shop on the ground floor, then 2 more levels, 2 more stories, and then 2 more stories, as you can see right now, and no windows on the sides, nothing, not even a door on the back. Simple, quickly done. Those 2 levels are exactly the same level. This one is a little different, but it is simply a parallelepiped with some holes and a door sticked there. Very quickly done. Modification, I modified a little the bricks I used up until last part 9. I will add this in continuity to the other buildings. One last thing. If you are wondering the aspect that have the cars that I've removed from the train set right now, they almost are exactly as this one. Completely anonymous, completely primed. This took me 5 layers of prime with the airbrush, because the letters and somehow they are still visible under it are so sticky that it was very hard to conceal them. But then I will also add 2 more layers of a plain color. I don't know if white, red, green, blue, I don't know right now. And then a roof, maybe silver, maybe 2 color, I don't know right now. This is already drying has already been drying for the last 3 days with the other cars. So no, 4 days, yes, 4 days. And so right now they are like that, anonymous. I simply remove the metallic wheels, okay? And so last thing I wanted to show you right now. The final recap of part 10 of the 2025 season start from this pan view here, guys. But guess what? I will immediately switch to the normal view. One of the other advantages of the tower instead of the Ferris wheel is that the tower is constantly visible from each side, even if I'm turning around and get a view through the distance, through the space between the pillars there. Okay, guys? And the entrance from a closer view, obviously without some pavements, without some floor right now, is that I can avoid having some floors each time I have a closed section, a closed element of the tower, but not when I have some arcs visible and then there, etc. And the panoramic view from the highest point, I think will be good. I don't know if I will be able to place a figurine there. I haven't thought about that, but maybe, yes, I will try. If not, I will model a figurine that will fit inside that. I'm worried about the bases of the figurines, not the figurines itself, okay? And the tower from the other point of view will be always visible and from the distance. And now, as I already told you, it is the boss of the railroad, like that. It will be the only historical element from this season, guys. Here I have modified the main street shape, the main street pattern. If previously the curve that you have here ended at this point here, guys, having the curve, so those elements here, 1, 2, and the other elements there were attached here at this point here, okay, were attached after this. Now I have 3 more elements there, prolonging, okay, the main street, getting after the twin stairs, okay. Obviously I had to make a cut in the elements, okay, but now the curve will be like that. The walkway is still present. I've reduced the minimum cutting, and you can see where I have placed some marking there. I have cut a regular curve from the outer border of the elements. This building here wasn't present entirely during part 9. Now I have this one, and this is the last one, but I already told you that with these elements there, this configuration, I've primed this magical building there. I also primed the first magical building you have seen, and the third magical building there is still to be primed. Those are the 3 or 4 1, 2, 3 buildings have the same exact pattern, modified pattern, as you can see, but I have already told you about that. Now I need to replace everything correctly. Okay, guys, so those are the buildings interested by that. The new one you have seen some minutes ago is here, guys, okay, is here. And if I'm getting a pan view or a view from the inside. Let me slide the biggest one a little to let you see from this point of view here, guys, like that. So the continuity of the main street is assured by all those buildings. I will need to align them obviously from each side and complete the series where I have the spot, the empty spot there, but it will be done quickly and easily, guys. I have still this space here to get done. Those buildings, the two I had modeled with the angle, the two tapered buildings, will not fit anymore there because of the stairs. I cannot condemn the stairs like that, but they will fit also from the inside. Okay, and this part here will not have any buildings, obviously. I cannot condemn those buildings there like that with the buildings, the view. So the main street will have continuity because I will add something here. So even from the side you will see something, maybe another small building there in the corner there, okay, but it will have a different continuity, okay. I add another element there, guys, also for the second street, main street, the second street, and another element will be added here. Then I will continue, guys. So I think 1, 2, 3 or 4 more buildings and the main street will be completed. I have on the go one extra magical building, so it will be present by next by part 11, obviously. Big changes here, guys. You have seen them. Okay, I primed the stairs, or so I primed the stairs. What else I primed? Oh yes, this building here also is from the series 1, 2 and 3, but as I have primed it, I hadn't recognized it, but as the roof are very similar, you can recognize the series of those buildings. I have a problem with this spot here. I need to add a building there where I have right now the pub, but remember that the positions of every single building is not mandatory, is not definitive. The problem is that whatever I place here will be too tall to let you see something, and if I place building number this is building number 4, yes, here I will prevent the view of the entry of the pub. That is one of the most interesting, for once that Lemax do an interesting front view. I cannot condemn it like that. So I have to find a solution for this spot here. Even narrow building can be useful, placed there, but once again, nothing is definitive like that. Nora's Christmas boutique was there, Actor Studio was there. I implemented also, but not finished, a second stairs that go 90 degrees there and then goes up here. And yes, it is intentional to have a level that will go there and then a higher level that goes there, guys. These let me call it like that. It is the most traditional part, what you have seen from the beginning of the era of Christmas villages, something placed on a shelf like that. No, I will do some modification. The layout, I don't like, too long straight lines like that, but it is the only way to place LMAX buildings that has, in this case, 3 sides, in this case 3 sides, in that case 2 sides, in that case 3 sides, and not 4 sides viewable because of the light bulbs. Okay, but I already come to that argument in the past. Still need to decide to continue and how to continue there, guys. Surely something elevated there. The bridge, guys, is there. I know it isn't evenly placed between the 2 buildings, and maybe that one is larger, too large, but okay. But if I place buildings having the same width of Lucy's chocolate, their factory, no, shop, okay, sorry guys, it will be another point of view. I will have the same bridges, one there, one here, one there, and another one there. I will test, because right now, for what I have in mind, one bridge will not be enough. I placed some fake support there behind to just support the bridge behind, but it is not definitive, it is not final. And here I am missing the platform that goes there, but it will be simple styrofoam, then a mini level that will join there and goes up behind to join the rest, as I already told you. Classical layout for Christmas village, something very strange, very odd, and the oddest thing is there, guys, and it is still there, and it will be there for now, from now on. Maybe the Ferris wheel there. Obviously, Christmas, not everywhere in the world, is also synonym of carnival. Not here in Europe. A carnival is for the carnival period here in Europe, but at least in Southern Europe, I'm talking about Spain, France, Italy, the southern, not the northern, the 2 northern countries, but the traditional oldest country of Europe, exclusion for maybe UK, carnival is carnival. It is the period between the new year and the month that will be before Easter. You know that I'm not that religious, but carnival is is a semi, almost religious festivity. Okay, so that's why I'm not always adding a carnival to my Christmas village, because it is Christmas, it is not carnival period. For me, carnival starts after the 2nd week or after the 3rd week. Okay, each time you have Easter, and it is not the same day each year, because if Christmas is always December the 25th, Easter it is different. It may be on April, it may be late March, it may be first days of May. It depends on the liturgic calendar, etc. And 1 month before before Easter is another period, and the carnival goes from the new year to the first day of the month that precede Easter. Okay, so enough with the liturgic, because I'm not into that. You know it. Sorry, guys. I'm dictated by science, not religion. Sorry if it is heretic for some of you, but it is like that. But I respect religions. Okay, I respect, and those bridges will mark the starting of the climbing, and obviously it will be mandatory to have the climbing going that way, horizontally, up there and then up there, until I reach there. But I am already over half, or at half the 8, because it is supposed to be the halfway those supports, and the pillars will be masked in like that, not everywhere visible. Okay, it will proceed. Okay, and I will add something more, and some more buildings, some more Lemax buildings. I placed there the first I took and placed them. I will add some more Lemax / Limax / Lemax / Lemax buildings everywhere I can. Not on the left, not on the main street, and on the right, maybe some more there. But that's all, guys. I think I've talked about everything. Yes. Sorry if it is not too much. Enough. See, enough. Not enough like it's time to get over. Not enough for you, maybe. See you for the outro. Bon, oui, d'accord, cela se peut faire. La tour s'appellera la tour à Geneviève. Sometimes I must comply with her request. Just sometimes. She wants the tower named after her. Who am I to deny that? So, Geneviève Tower will be. Guys, up to you to judge. Let me go this way if it suits what I have in mind. But just to keep in mind what you have seen, point of view from each side, and that's maybe one of the few solutions. If you have thought about something else, put in the comments. I can always modify what I have in there. But tall and round, almost round, it is mandatory for me. Otherwise, everything will be crushed by the supports, by the railroad toll supports. And then for next time, I will continue my work in order to finish the main street and trying to climb up. I will try to start climbing up. How? With a zigzag road, it is the only way. I have too much height to climb before reaching the level of the train station. But it is on the come. Sorry if it hasn't been too much for you for this part 10, but now I feel less weight on my shoulder because of that inside, and obviously I still have some more space to add and to play around with something else. Expect a modification of that straight new layer there, because too traditional, too straight, too long straight section. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment and give big thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing my absolutely awful English, as always. And see you next week for part 11. Guess what? Only if you really wish. Bye bye.